Lesson 23. Story Writing. Story writing is an art. It enhances the writing skills. A good story writer writes simply but lively. A story has a beginning, middle, and end. A good story gives one a fleeting glimpse of a part of one's life. Tips for story writing. You have a clear idea of the plot in your mind. Once you have got the outline ready, all that you need to do is to develop the points. While writing the story, do not omit any point and keep to the order in which the events take place. Note down the important points that you want to incorporate in your story. Put proper emphasis on each point. Your story should flow naturally and smoothly from one point to another. Write in clear, lucid style. Remember to change the paragraphs when introducing a new point or character. Make the dialogues, if any, lively and natural. Lively and natural. The conclusion is the most important part of the story. The whole story must leap up to it naturally, and then it should come as a bit of a surprise. These are some outlines of a story. We have developed a story on the basis of these outlines. Read them carefully and understand how we can develop a story from the given outlines. Bad company. Outlines. A boy falls in bad company. It pains his father. Father brings fresh apples and rotten one. Places rotten apple among the fresh ones. All apples rotten. Teaches a good lesson. The boy gives up bad company. Once upon a time, there was a boy who lived with his family. He was a very good boy. He was very obedient and had very nice habits. Unfortunately, he fell into bad company. He acquired many bad habits. It pained his father. He tried his best to set him right, but to no use. One day, the father thought of a plan to mend his son. He bought some fresh apples and a rotten one from the market. He came home, he gave the fresh apples to his son and asked him to put them in a basket. Next day, he asked his son to bring the basket of apples. All the apples were fresh. Now, his father gave him a rotten apple and asked him to place that rotten apple among the fresh apple in the basket. The boy did, his father said. After 2 days, the father asked his son to bring the basket of apples. The boy was sad to see the apples. All the apples had gone rotten. The father said, "One rotten apple has spoiled all the good ones." These words worked magic. The boy gave up bad company. Moral: better alone than in bad company. The Beautiful Heart. Outline: there was a family gathering. The most beautiful heart. An old lady confidently claimed, "My heart represents someone." The young girl with tears rolling down her cheeks. I realize what true beauty is. Once upon a time, there was a family. A young girl proudly proclaimed that she had the most beautiful heart in the family. Soon, relatives gathered and were admiring her beautiful heart, which made her boast even more. An old lady confidently claimed that her heart was more beautiful than that of the young lady. Everyone around started laughing about the comparison of old, distorted, and torn heart with young, perfect heart. They saw the old lady's heart that was healthy but full of scars, patches, and open wounds and almost falling apart. The old woman said, I agree that you have a pretty heart but not a beautiful one. Every scar that you see in my heart represents someone to whom I have given my love. I cut a piece of my heart and gave it to them. They tried to give me a piece of theirs, but those could not match my sacrifice. Though I cherish what I received, for they remind me of the love and the beautiful moments we shared. Do you see these empty places? They remain empty because people cannot give me a piece of their heart. These open wounds are painful. I hope that someday they may understand the love I have for them and return the affection and sacrifice I made. The young girl, with tears rolling down her cheeks, walked towards the old lady, cut a piece of her perfect heart, and filled one of those empty spaces. She then looked at her own heart, which did not look perfect anymore, but looked more beautiful. The young girl said, Mother, today I realize what true beautiful heart is.